Well, whether you're pleasantly stuffed in your lazy boy or just coming out of your power nap, there is no better way to enjoy this glorious gluttony of Thanksgiving than with food and football, especially when you're the resident Lions fan of the newsroom. Right, Dave? Well, maybe not. While Mama was throwing down in the kitchen, the Texans and Lions were duking it out in Motown. First quarter, Stafford and the boys breaking out a spoonful of trickery on their opening drive. It's a flea flicker, and guess who's wide open? T.J. Hawkinson hauls it in and rumbles down the field for a 51-yard gain. That big play helped set up this run. Adrian Peterson, short and goal to go. You know where it's going, right in the end zone. He now joins Marcus Allen as the only running back to score a touchdown on Thanksgiving, age 35 or older. Not bad for an old fella. And just a couple minutes later, disaster strikes Detroit. J.J. Watt makes this incredible heads-up play to pick off Stafford and just waltzes in the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Although Houston missed the extra point, momentum wore a Texans jersey the rest of the game. Fourth quarter, Deshaun Watson going to throw the bow back and let a bomb fall right in the arms of Will Fuller. That made it 32-17. Houston cruising to victory as Watson tosses 4 touchdown passes, another fantasy monster day, and he wins his Thanksgiving Day debut. Texans and Lions both now 4-7 on the season. Between the delicious food and all the talk about Gator defense, I know you're probably stuffed to the max. But even with Florida taking on gutted Kentucky, there's still room for improvement. Despite winning 4 straight games following that ugly loss to Texas A&M, Florida has given up 500 yards to opposing offenses in 5 of 7 games. And we all know that won't get it done against the best vying for a spot in the CFP. And the Gators also allowed Ole Miss, A&M, and Arkansas to put up at least 35 on them. However, the defense held both Missouri and Vanderbilt to 17 points, which may not sound impressive considering they are the doormats of the conference, but it just goes to show the defense won't let anybody score at will against them. And playing mobile threat quarterback Terry Wilson Saturday is going to require a lot of discipline if the Gators don't want to give up chunk plays.
For the defensive line, we just probably got to stay in our gap more and not try to get out the gap, give no open gaps for him because he can run it. So I would say just staying in the gap and staying where you're supposed to be and everybody staying in their gap was probably the biggest thing.
Just making sure everybody doing their job because one person cannot do their job and it can increase the defense bad. So just making sure everybody on one point communicating.
And the future for Florida's defense looks awfully bright, especially when you get 4-star linebacker Chief Borders. This 6'5", 245-pound monster linebacker originally committed to Florida in November of last year, but his dream school, Stanford, made a heavy push for the sought-after stud. However, Borders solidified his commitment today to the Orange and Blue by FaceTiming Gator head coach Dan Mullen, saying he is officially coming to Gainesville as a member of the 2021 class. Borders has 106 total tackles and 2 sacks in his 2 seasons at Heard County. And you know, roaming the sidelines every Friday is so much fun. You have no idea what kind of play you're going to see under those Friday night lights. Well, this week, we have a new winner for our Play of the Week.
It's time for the TV 20 High School Football Play of the Week.
And this week's winner, courtesy of Columbia County's Kate Jackson and Jacques Reddick. Look at this. 1, 2 tackles missed, and boom, just barrels over one more to get into the end zone. With over 45% from more than the 1,600 responses, that is your top play of the week. And on this day in sports history, we're going back 22 years ago, 1998, when rookie Randy Moss made Jerry Jones pay for passing over him in the NFL draft. He torched the Cowboys secondary for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns, all on just 3 catches. For TV 20 Sports, I'm Chris Pinson. We'll be right back.